So my voice is clear. Thank you so much. Just waiting for a few more guys to join in so that we can kickstart. Uh, Yesterday there was some emergency. I had to take my father-in-law to hospital, so I could not join session. Sorry for that, and thanks for the patience. So yes, he's doing good now. Thank you so much. So yes, so what are the candlestick patterns that we discussed earlier? We discussed Marubozu, bullish hammer, and inverted hammer, right? Yes or no? So let me just give you a quick revision about whatever we have learned. What is candlestick pattern? It's a tug of war between buyers and sellers, right? It's a simple definition, very effective and easy to understand. It's a tug of war between buyers and sellers. Okay. Every candle has information like open, high, low, close, and real body, right? Real body and upper wick and lower wick, right? High, low, close, open, high, low, close is what is available. Okay, and I've taken two case studies and I've explained what happens on a bullish day with 100 traders, out of which 80 are buyers and 20 are sellers. Likewise, we have explained this particular red candlestick with a case study of 100 traders. So how many types of candlestick patterns do we have? Reversal candlestick pattern as well as continuation candlestick pattern. So the first candlestick that we discussed is Marubozu. What is the difference between this Marubozu and the standard candlestick pattern? There is no wick. So that means there is uh, pure dominance in the market. If it's a red candle, market will fall further. If it's a green candle, the market will go further up. Okay, and uh, so what is the difference between what are the prerequisites required for a hammer? I want everybody to type. Preceding downtrend, location and shape. Correct. Yes, yes, perfect. So downtrend, location of the candle should be at the bottom and the shape should look like a hammer. Right. So the color of the candle can be either green or red. The color of the candle can be either green or red, right? So, and you can see all the prerequisites are matched in this particular case. Preceding downtrend, location of the candle is at the bottom. We mark high and low of the candle. Okay, when it looks like a hammer, 3/4 of the length of the candle. So, how do you calculate length in a candle? What are the 2 points that you take as a difference? High to low, very good. So it's high to low, right? So 3/4 of the length of the candle has to be wick. 3/4 of the length of the candle has to be wick. Okay. Once high is marked, once high is breached, you can go for a buy trade, and we have seen a lot of examples where 1:1 risk reward ratio is matched. Yes or no? So likewise, if we take inverted hammer, Kishorji, if we have a hammer at preceding uptrend, it's a weakest hammer which will not give you any profit. Your stop loss will be hit, sir. If you find any bullish hammer in an uptrend, please don't trade that. Is that clear, sir? Because you've forgotten the prerequisite. The first prerequisite is preceding downtrend. So you're forgetting the first prerequisite. You're asking that what if there is a upper preceding uptrend. So it's a weakest hammer, and all your stop losses will be hit in that case. Preceding downtrend is very much important to identify that bullish hammer which has accuracy of 90% movement. 90% movement. So Vanishri, can you please check your internet connection? I think each and everybody is replying to my query. So is my voice audible? Is my voice audible and clear? Can you all please confirm? If you confirm, then I'll go ahead, or else it will be tough for me. Vanishri, I think there's some issue with your network because all are saying it's perfect. Okay, thank you so much. So shooting star and inverted hammer both are synonym to each other, but you need to match the prerequisites. What are the prerequisites? Preceding uptrend. Do you see in this example there is a preceding uptrend here? Preceding uptrend, and location of the candle is at the top of the uptrend, right? How do we know this candle is at the top of the uptrend? Because there is no candle which is breaching the high of this inverted hammer. Yes or no? If there's no candle breaching the high of the candle, then you can consider that as a top. Once low is breached, you can go for a sell trade. Once low is breached, you can go for a sell trade, keeping high of the candle as stop loss. Is that clear? It's complete opposite of bullish hammer. So let us try to check a few examples. Let's try to check a few examples here. Say, let me take 15 minutes time frame. So there is a beautiful example here where you have a preceding small downtrend, right? This is a preceding downtrend, and this hammer is beautifully located at the bottom of the downtrend. Once high is breached, you could have taken trade in this, right? So what is the risk that you're trying to take from high to low? High to low risk is 1% approximately. Did you get 1% return here? Okay. So let's see in Nifty 50. So in Nifty 50, just a minute. Because Bank Nifty was more bearish than Nifty 50. But you have a beautiful example for inverted hammer. If you if you had applied the logic that I taught you in the last class, you would have made money. Can I consider this as an inverted hammer? Do we have inverted hammer here? So do we have a preceding uptrend here? Do we have the location of the candle on top? Because there's no candle which is breaching the high of this inverted hammer, right? So once low of this candle, once low of this inverted hammer is breached, so inverted hammer can be green color or red color. The color of the candle is immaterial because we are focusing more on the prerequisites that will improve the accuracy. Okay. So once low of this candle is breached, once low of this candle is breached, so what is the risk that you're trying to take here? Trying to take around 21 points. Yes or no? So did you achieve 21 points return here once the low of the candle is breached? Yes, right. So that is the beauty of inverted hammer with all the prerequisites. So let me just try to take Nifty Bank. So Nifty Bank, if you take, so I would request all of you to keep your questions at the fag end of the session, please. So let me try to complete a good amount of topics today. See, you have two brilliant examples here. This is a beautiful bullish hammer. We have preceding downtrend. The location of the bullish hammer is at the bottom. Once high is breached, you could have taken a right trade. Right. So what is the risk that you're trying to take here? 72 points. So did you get 72 points here to achieve 1:1 risk reward ratio? Yes, no, yes. So when you just try to zoom out, don't you think you have a beautiful bullish trend here, and this first candle of today is acting as an inverted hammer? Inverted hammer here. And you can see if you take the risk of the stop loss is too huge, but because of expiry, the volatility was too high. And for 200 rupees, 200 points risk, you have got 269 points reward, right? So 1:1. So whenever you match all the prerequisites, you will be able to make consistent returns. Yes or no? At least 1:1. Right. See, in Nifty 50, yesterday at the fag end of the session, there was an inverted hammer. Yes or no? This inverted hammer is so powerful. So I have practiced inverted hammer so much that whenever I get such kind of opportunities, I'll be very aggressive in trading. So do we have a preceding uptrend here? in the location of inverted hammer on top of the uptrend, because after the formation of inverted hammer, there is no other candle which is breaching the high. You don't have to take these values. After the formation of inverted hammer, is there any candle breaching the high? No, right? So this is obviously the highest point. So don't you think today's first candle breached the low of yesterday's inverted hammer and it matched all the prerequisites? And don't you think in 45 minutes there was a movement of 96 points? So at times candlestick patterns will give you great profits, right? So it will help you to fine tune your direction, because you have to incline your trading according to the trend in the market. So the first 45 minutes was a beautiful 96 points fall. So did you guys encash this opportunity today? Sneha Bhattji, that's okay. See, you're talking about these two candles, right? Sneha ji, before inverted hammer, there are two candles. Yes. So as per the definition, see, when these two candles were formed, is there any inverted hammer here? In between these two or amongst these two, is there any inverted hammer? No, right? Inverted hammer occurred only here. When you saw this inverted hammer, then only you'll start applying all the prerequisites. So after the formation of inverted hammer, is there any candle which is breaching the high of inverted hammer? Sneha Bhattji? No, right? So we'll apply logic after the formation of this. And if you had practiced inverted hammer, whichever I've taught you, you could have made great profits today, right? So candlestick pattern will also give you confirmation in the market. Okay, will you guys practice at Namrata ji? We cannot take BTST because the low of the candle is not broken, right? BTST means buy today, sell tomorrow. That's a risky trade. There must be a confirmation of breaching the low of the candle. Please stick to 15 minutes time frame. See what happens if the low of this candle is not broken. Say for example, Namrata ji, if you have taken put option and suddenly high of the candle is breached, and if market goes up, what will you do? Don't you think BTST and STBT is like gambling? I would request all of you to never take positional trades. Do intraday and be happy with it. Because whenever you take positional trades, see, whenever I took overnight trades, market worked opposite in opposite direction. Most of, because we don't have any control over the positions, right? Market can go gap up or gap down. Yes or no? So there are certain things that I would suggest you guys to avoid. Ashokji, you with PDL theory, you made profits. That's awesome. Please don't take BTST and STBT. Do intraday. Do intraday like me and make money like this. Are you guys not happy with this profit in intraday trading? So why would you require BTST and STBT trade when you can make money like this? Multiple trades in the same strike price. Okay. So please do intraday. Why will you take, yes. So will you take a positional trade from now on or just do intraday and be happy? I'm a daily wage laborer. I have to earn my daily bread. Okay. Because whenever you take positional trade, you're at the mercy of the market, right? Anything can happen overnight, right? Yes or no? So let's focus on the next candlestick patterns. So next is bullish engulfing. So what is bullish engulfing? Anybody? So I'll show you. See, these are engulfing patterns. See, do you have, see, this is bullish engulfing. Why do we use bullish engulfing? It will act as a bullish reversal candlestick pattern. So it will act as a bullish reversal candlestick pattern. Do you see this red candle is overshadowed by the length of the candle, length of the green candle here? See, I'm talking about the length of the candle. You need to take from high to low of both the candles. Don't you think the length of green candle is overshadowing the length of the red candle? So this is called as engulfing. Okay. When the smaller candle is red and bigger candle is green, it is called as bullish engulfing, right? After a small red candle, there is a huge green candle which is nothing but overpowering of buyers over sellers, right? When you have a huge green candle, it indicates strength of the buyers, right? Yes or no? So please write down notes for bullish engulfing, because these notes will help you a lot in the long run. Bullish engulfing is a classic example for bullish reversal candlestick pattern. Bullish engulfing is a classic example for bullish reversal candlestick pattern. Second point. So bullish engulfing is very similar to bullish hammer in terms of prerequisite as well as functionality. Bullish engulfing is very similar to bullish hammer in terms of prerequisite as well as functionality. So please write down the same prerequisites that you have written down for bullish hammer. That is preceding downtrend. Location of the candles should be at the bottom of the downtrend, and the shape should look like bullish engulfing. How does that shape look like? A small red candle followed by a huge green candle. Just imagine Jaya Bachchan in a red sari and Amitabh Bachchan in a green kurta. So those two together is nothing but bullish engulfing. Okay. Shall we check a lot of examples on bullish engulfing if you guys are good with notes? Okay. So let me just try to identify some examples. So yes, we have a perfect example here, and I need a quick confirmation from all of you. There is a preceding downtrend, right? So can we consider these two candles, a small red candle followed by a huge green candle? These two candles can be considered as a perfect bullish engulfing. So we have a preceding downtrend, location of the candle is at the bottom. How come it is the bottom? Because there is no candle breaching the low of this. So once high of this candle is breached, so the rest is like beautiful. If you try to take, what is the risk involved? 336 points. What is the reward? So less than 1:1, right? But if you hold it for a longer term, then definitely you've got double of that. Okay. So there is a beautiful example here also. Can we consider this as a bullish engulfing? Leading downtrend. Location of the candle is at the bottom, right? Time frame can be anything. We just have to match the prerequisites and identify the correct candles. So the red candle is purely engulfed by green candle. Once high is breached, you can see there was a beautiful move on bullish side, right? Yes or no? So can I consider these two candles to be a perfect bullish engulfing? There is a preceding downtrend. Location of the candlestick at the bottom. Once high is breached, there's a beautiful movement. So what is the risk that I'm trying to take here? 100 points approximately. We've got 400 points here, right? So okay, can I consider this to be as a bullish engulfing? Or do we have the low of the red candle covered by green, or is the red candle popping out of green candle? It is not bullish engulfing because the low of the green candle is not covered, right? So what is the low of this candle? You can see open high low here. What is the low of this candle? 41,097. What is the low of this candle? 41,104, right? So this low is above the red candle low, hence this is not a correct example for bullish engulfing. Yes or no? Because the red candle low is lower than the low of green candle, then there's no point taking that, right? So can I take these two candles as bullish engulfing? Yes, even 1 point also it will count. You cannot take this example, it's not right. Okay, can I take this as a bullish engulfing? No, right? So let me take Nifty 50. Can I expect you guys to post a lot of examples in the group so that it will help each and everyone? So this is a very good example of bullish and preceding downtrend. Once high is breached, you could have expected a beautiful move. And this is a beautiful example in Nifty 50 about bullish engulfing preceding downtrend, and the red candle is within the high and low of the green candle, so properly engulfed. And once high of the candle is breached, see what is the risk? 51 points. You've got 155 points, 3 times of what it is. So are you guys clear? Can we go ahead with the bearish engulfing now? Yes, please write down notes for bearish engulfing. Bearish engulfing is a classic example for bearish reversal candlestick pattern. Bearish reversal candlestick pattern. So when it comes to the slide, this is of the usual bullish engulfing pattern will be the preceding downtrend, engulfing pattern at the bottom of the downtrend. Once high is breached, it will go up. This is very similar to bullish hammer. In place of bullish hammer, you have two candles, Jaya Bachchan and Amitabh Bachchan candle. So that will help you in terms of taking quality trade, because every time, everywhere, we cannot expect bullish hammer to appear for you to get a trade, right? So let's focus on bearish engulfing. So bearish engulfing is a classic example for bearish reversal candlestick pattern. Okay. Next point, bearish engulfing is very similar to bearish engulfing is very similar to inverted hammer. Bearish engulfing is very similar to inverted hammer in terms of prerequisite as well as functionality. It's very similar. In place of one candle, you can have two candles. Is that clear? So third point, please write the same prerequisites that you have written down for inverted hammer. Preceding uptrend, location of the candles should be at the top of the uptrend, and the shape should look like proper bearish engulfing, as you can see in this picture, where there is a preceding uptrend, and the location of candlestick is at the top of the uptrend, right? Yes or no? In this picture, you have everything properly mentioned. Right. So mark high and low of this red candle. Once low is breached, you can go for a sell trade. Right. Preceding uptrend, location of the candlestick is at the top. Mark high and low. Once low is breached, you can go for a sell trade. Is this clear? Bearish engulfing. Can we go ahead? Yes. So let's look at the examples for the same in Nifty 50. Then we'll shift to Bank Nifty. So, and I would appreciate if you guys can come up with as many examples as possible, because can I consider these two candles to be bearish engulfing? These two candles, both are red. You cannot, because there should be a green, small green, and then it was a surprise test. Anyways, try to identify good examples. Let me go for a hourly time frame. So let's check. Do we have any examples? Raviji, please stick to the candlestick pattern, because if both are green, how can you relate dominance? A small red candle followed by a huge green, don't you think it's a bullish dominance? We cannot change definition. So do we have a perfect bearish engulfing? Because a small green candle followed by a huge red candle, that indicates pure dominance of sellers, right? Preceding uptrend, and once low is breached, there is a beautiful fall, right? So let me try to check in daily time frame. So do we have any examples? Let me just check. Yeah, we have a beautiful example here. A small green candle followed by a huge red candle. We have a preceding uptrend. Once low is breached, at least you've got 1:1 risk reward ratio, 346 points and 500 points. So 1:1 is what we can easily achieve. And this is a classic textbook example for bearish engulfing. Preceding uptrend and the location of candlestick pattern is at the top. How do we know this is the topmost point? Because there's no candle which is breaching the high of this, right? And the small green candle is engulfed on the either side by a red candle. Once low is breached, do we have a beautiful fall here? Yes or no? Yes, yes, Paragji, please post all those examples in the group so that it will be a good task for others to follow as well. Okay, so yes, this is also very good. This is also very good. So let me just try to draw high and low of this candle. So preceding uptrend, location of the candle is at the top. Okay, once low is breached, so you have a beautiful fall. So there's a beautiful fall, right? So we can take Nifty Bank also, it will work beautifully. Let's check if there is any opportunity in 15 minutes first, then we can shift to hourly and daily. Usually it will work beautifully in any of the time frames, but you have to match the prerequisites. That is the important task. So can I consider these two candles to be bearish engulfing? Preceding downtrend, once low is breached, there is a beautiful fall. Just that identify the color coding of the candle, identify the exact candlestick, a green candle followed by a red, a small green which is engulfed in terms of length by a red candle. There must be a preceding downtrend, and once low is breached, there might be a beautiful fall. So let me just try to identify. So this way, time frame will work in any of the time frame. So can I consider this as bearish engulfing, preceding downtrend, and the location is at the top? Once low is breached, you can go for a sell trade. So let's check in crude oil if there is any opportunity. So 15 minutes, let's take 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So let me try to draw yesterday's high. This is yesterday's high, right? So don't you think it's taking support on the PDH, the present? So there was a beautiful rejection twice on the PDH, right? So there is a possibility that it might touch this level. So let's wait and watch. Okay, so what is this level that we are talking about? This level is around 6473, right? So 6445 target was met, right? So now it is like high is 6443. So let's see if it is trying to touch our target. Yes, yes, Manashriji, you are right. I can do it. So I want a lot of examples from you guys. So I want each one of you to post Marubozu, bullish hammer, inverted hammer, bullish engulfing, and bearish engulfing. Is that okay? Rudraji, no, it cannot be considered. These two, right? These two we have already discussed. Bearish engulfing, preceding the uptrend, the location of this candlestick on top. Once low is breached, there was a beautiful fall. This has been discussed earlier. Are you guys clear with Marubozu, bullish hammer, inverted hammer, bullish engulfing, and bearish engulfing? Do you guys have any doubts? If you have any doubts, you can ask me so that we can go ahead in terms of other candlestick patterns. Clear? Okay, thank you. Purnimaji, the first candle has to show that open equal to high. It will work very well. So next, most important and very powerful candlestick pattern. Yes, Anjanji, you are right. The engulfing pattern should be opposite color. See, I'll show you. So in bullish engulfing, a red candle should be engulfed by a green candle. That's how there will be pure dominance of buyers. Right. In bearish engulfing, green candle should be engulfed by a red candle. That indicates sudden dominance of sellers. That's how it will fall. Is this clear? Okay. So let me just try to explain inside bar. See, we have discussed continuation pattern, that is Marubozu, and reversal candlestick patterns, that is bullish hammer, inverted hammer, bullish engulfing, and bearish engulfing. Now, this inside bar candlestick pattern is very unique. Why do I say unique? Because inside bar candlestick patterns can be of same color. Because in engulfing, I mentioned it has to be opposite color. Inside bar will work beautifully, whether it's same color or different color, it will work beautifully. And the location of this inside bar can be at the bottom, and, like at the support, or it can be at the top, maybe at the resistance, or even at the middle. So the location of inside bar candlestick is immaterial. Just that you need to identify two candles. Uh, the first candle has to be bigger, and the small candle that is inside bar, it has to be within the high and low of the first candle. Kalyan Reddy ji, you can apply any time frame to identify candlestick pattern. It will work beautifully, provided if you match all the prerequisites. Okay. Now please concentrate on this candlestick pattern. Do we have? Let's, for a better understanding, let's consider the bigger candle to be Amitabh Bachchan ji, and you have this candle to be Jaya Bachchan, or you can consider this as a mother candle and this inside bar as a child candle. Right. So what happens when there is a green candle or any candle which has made high and low like this, and if the next candle, if it has no strength to break either the high or the low, don't you think that's a consolidated market or a range bound market? See, when do you consider a market to be bullish? When candles are breaking the previous candle high continuously, then that shows strength towards buy side trading. When do you consider a particular market to be bearish? When a candle is breaking previous candle low continuously. Okay, that's when there is a bearish sentiment in the market. Okay, so yes, Swastik ji, I'll come to that point. I'll explain bullish harami and bearish harami tomorrow. But every bullish harami and bearish harami has to be an inside bar in terms of the concept. Because in inside bar, color coding is not important. It is immaterial. But if you attach color coding to inside bar candlestick pattern, it becomes bullish harami and bearish harami. I'll come to that point later. Right. So what happens? This is a confusion state in the market, right? So when candle is within the high and low of the previous candle, don't you think people are more confused in this state? And they will be desperate enough to make money. So then if third candle breaks the high of this candle, then it will go up beautifully. Okay. And if the low of the candle is breached, it will fall beautifully, because people are so frustrated, they have to make money. They'll be waiting for an opportunity. Once high is breached, there will be a beautiful movement. And once low is breached, you can see a very good movement. Where can you find such kind of candlestick patterns? Most of the time, it will be available in the consolidated market, right? At support also, you can find a lot of inside bar candlestick patterns. Hence, whenever the support is breached, literally it is breaching the low of the mother candle. That's why there is a huge movement. Okay, so let me show you a few examples. As I mentioned, color is immaterial. So can I take these two candles to be inside bar? Do we have child candle within the high and low of the mother candle? Once low of this is breached, see how beautifully there was a fall. There was a fall of 60 points, because the consolidation will create a lot of confusion and frustration in people's mind, and they want to make money. If high of this candle is breached, they'll go for a buy trade. If low of this inside bar is breached, they'll go for a sell trade. right? So let me show you one more example here. So as color is immaterial, just look at this. So once low is breached, there will be a fall. This can be applied in any time frame. Let's take a 1 day time frame. Let me take Dixon example. So we have a beautiful example here. So we have a mother candle, and mother candle high nor low is breached by this child candle. Yes or no? If high is breached, we can expect a beautiful movement tomorrow in Dixon. Just keep this in mind. Okay. So just drop a message in the group whenever high of this is reached. So what is the high of this mother candle? 2994 approximately. We'll take it as 2994.3. If this is breached, then there will be a beautiful move here. So you can see we have a same example here. So what is the high of the mother candle here? Yes, Paragji, we have to consider the wicks also, because I'm talking about the length of the candle, sir. If I'm talking about the real body, you have to negate the wick. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes. So what is the high of the candle here? 2810 approximately, right? So 2809.4. I want everybody to type 2809.4, right? Once high of this is breached, next day, what is the high made here? 2809. So don't you think you got approximately 100 rupees profit once high of the mother candle is breached here compared to the next day's high? Yes, right. So that is the beauty of you know inside bar. So let me take Nifty 50, because whenever you have inside bar candlestick patterns in 1 day time frame, you get very good points. So can I consider these two candles to be inside bar here? Yes or no? Yes. So what is the low? Low is 17,780. What is the low here? 17,720. So you have got 60 points profit once low of the mother candle is breached. So once high of this mother candle is breached, you can see what is the high. High here is 17,917, and you have got close to around 25 points. Let me check crude oil. So let me check crude oil in 15 minutes time frame. Yes, Raviji. If you find this candles at SR lines, it will give you a very good boost. Right. So can I expect you guys to post examples, please, in the group? It will help you guys to master. Prasanji, market is bearish, so please hold TVS Motors. So if it is down by 5%, you can book loss on exit. Okay, but I would suggest to hold that stock. Okay, because that's your first swing investment. But don't be too strict in terms of stoppers, because we have invested 10,000 rupees. So here, do we have inside bar? Do we have inside bar here? And that inside bar high is breached here. So we can expect a beautiful move here. Yes or no? Do you guys agree? Yes, right. So high of the mother candle is breached. So we'll see whether the candles will go up further to touch this level. This is the recent high made, right? So it should breach this level. Let's wait and watch. See, can I consider these two candles to be inside bar here? Yes or no? Once low is breached, see how beautifully it fell. So 103 points. Yes, Namrataji. So high and either the high or the low of the mother candle should breach for you to take a trade. Okay. So I want you guys to come up with a lot of examples. Whatever examples that you guys are trying to suggest me, please do it in the group so that you will have archive of examples so that it will be very good for your future reference. So is there any inside bar here? Nifty 50, let me just check. Do we have inside bar here in 1 day time? So do we have any inside bar here? So can I expect you guys to share examples from Marubozu, bullish hammer, inverted hammer, bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, and inside bar? I would expect each one of you to post examples for these 6 candlestick patterns. Remaining last 2 candlestick patterns, bullish Arami and bearish Arami, will be discussed tomorrow. So once we discuss that, then we'll be completing the candlestick pattern topic, where I use only 8 candlestick patterns, which are very repetitive, and these are called as money making candlestick patterns, right? Can I expect you guys to do some homework and post it in the group? I don't use Doji, so whatever I use to make money, that's what I'll be teaching you, Raviji. See, that's what I mentioned earlier, Raviji. See, you just have to learn what is required to make money. So there's no point doing PhD and losing money every day, right? So learn what is required and make money like this. Okay. Thank you so much. So we shall catch up tomorrow. Good night. Take care.